Alright, so this question is rotate function. So you are given the integer nums array, and then you want to rotate the nums by k position clockwise. So you define the rotate function. So this is the formula, and then you want to return the maximum of value f of 0, f of 1, all the way until to f of n minus 1. So let's look at this. So I'm just using this example, right? So you will have to have a coefficient in front of every single num size. So this is going to be what? 0 times 4 plus 1 times 3 plus 2 times 2 plus 3 times 6. And then you will sum all of the multiplication up, and then you will get the value of 25. So let's just swap what? Swap the nums I to ABC. So the coefficient is going to be still the same. So all of 0 times A plus 1 times B plus 2 times C plus 3 times D, right? They are the same. 0 times A, 1 times B, right? 2 times C plus 3 times D. Right, so what happened to f of 1? You want to rotate what? Clockwise. So 0 will be what? At a D position, right? So it's going to be 0D, right? So 0D, right? And then what? Clockwise. So it's going to be what? 1 times 4. So 1 times 4, not imagine. Look at this. 1 times 4. 4 is A, right? So 1A plus 2B plus 3C, and then plus, right? So let's do one more, f of 2. So in this one, which one is 0? It's going to be here, right? C, 0C, right? Alright, 1D, right? 1D, 2A, and 3B. Alright, so this is like f of 0, f of 1, f of 2, and then using the A, B, C, D to represent. So let's do a little bit math. So imagine f of 1 minus f of 0. So what do you get? 1a minus 0a, 1a, right? Plus 2b minus 1b, 1b, right? Plus 3c minus 2c, 1c, plus 0d minus 3d, negative 3d, right? Alright, so that's not over yet. Look at this. I'm going to do some magic. So 1a still going to be the same. 1b, this is still the same. 1c still going to be the same. So if I add another 1d over here, does that mean I need to say subtract 4d, right? Oh, I make it wrong over here. So if I add 1d right here, I need to subtract 1d again in the same equation, right? So what is a plus b plus c plus d? A plus b plus c plus d is what? The sum of the nums, right? So sum, let me look at it. Sum will equal to a plus b plus c plus d. So let's replace sum over here, and then minus 4d for this equation, right? Alright, so we have minus 4d right here, right? So let's look at f of 2. So I'm just using another color. So what is f of 2 minus f of 1? So this is f of 1 minus f of 0, right? So we got this. So let's look at f of 2 minus f of 1. So 2a minus 1a, 1a, plus 3b minus 2b, 1b, plus 0c minus 3c, negative 3c, and then plus 1d minus 0d, 1d. Alright, so it's still going to do some magic. Let me write this clearly. So I'm going to say this should be equal sign. Let's move on here. A plus B plus, if I add another C, I need to subtract another C, right? So I'm going to just write plus D here, and then I will say minus 4C. Am I right? So let's just double check. A, I use it. B, I use it. D, I use it. C, I use it, right? So minus 3C minus C is going to be minus 4C, right? So again, this will be what? This will be the sum, right? So sum minus 4C equal to F2 minus F1. Alright, so if you know the pattern, let's move over here. So if you know the pattern, f of 1 minus f of 0, this is equal to sum minus 4D. F of 2 minus f of 1 is going to be sum minus 4C. And then if you can guess the pattern, f of 3 minus f of 2, this is going to be sum minus 4B. Last but not least, but f of 4 minus f of 1. Do we have f of 4? A, B, C. Look like we have it, right? With E. Actually, we don't have f of 4. This is because what? We only have 4 nums value in the nums array. So this will be what? This will be a pattern. And if you can move minus f of 0 onto the right side, it's going to be plus f of 0, right? And then minus f of 1 is going to be plus f of 1 minus f2 is going to be plus f of 2. So f of 1 is equal to f of 0 plus sum minus 4D, right? So for every single iteration, once we find out the f of 0 and then also the sum, right? And then D is given. Why? This is A, B, C, D. If D is given, then we don't need to calculate, right? But we need to calculate for the sum. We need to calculate f of 0, right? And f of 0 is super straightforward. What does f of 0 represent? 0A plus 1B plus 2C plus 3B. D, sorry. Alright, so we need to keep updating for every single each of f of I, right? So it will be in the for loop for sure, right? Alright, so let's just start coding. So what I have is what? I will have sum equal to what? The nums sum, nums array sum, right? So this is a sum, straightforward enough. And then I have f initially starting from 0, right? And then I need to traverse the for loop in the nums array, and then f will be equal to plus equal to I times nums I, right? So this is going to be 0A, 1B, 2C, 3D, right? And then I need to return the maximum value, right? So I will say, okay, f of 0 is going to represent the maximum for now, right? And then I will traverse the entire 4 iteration, right? F of 0 to f of 3, right? But since f of 1 minus f of 0 is equal to sum minus 4D. So if you know D is the last element in the nums array, right? So we need to start it from the last all the way to I equal to 1. We don't need to traverse I equal to 0. This is represent what? We already calculate f of 0, right? So we don't need to calculate f of 0 again. But if you want, you can do it, but I'm not doing this. So it's going to be f of nums I minus 1, and then you have the greater equal than 1 and I minus minus. So straightforward enough. And then for every single time, I need to keep updating my max result, right? So this is going to be represent the maximum current maximum value for f of 0, f of 1, all the way to f of n minus 1. So if you still remember the formula, this is going to be what? Sum plus f of 0. In this case, this is f of 1, right? F of 1 equal to sum plus f of 0 minus the length, which is 4, right? 4 is represent the length of the nums, the length of nums times the current d, right? You need to times d, right? So in this one is 3d, right? And then you need to calculate f, the next iteration f again, right? Again, this is the formula for the f, right? If you still remember, f of 1 is going to be equal to sum plus f of 0 minus the 3, right? This is 3 times, and then this is going to be c, b, a, f for every single each iteration later on. So I'm going to just say run it. Yeah. So here we go. So let's look at the time and space for a second. This is the time, this is the time, this is the time, and then obviously, right? All of them. And then space, this is space, so it's constant. So that's pretty much it, right? So let's just try to use the debug mode, and then to see what just happened. And yeah, alright, pause the video at any second, and then you'll see the result, right? So 25. So 25 represents f of what? 0, right? If you can remember f of 0, right? So now I'm going to traverse. So look at this. This is going to be the maximum of f. And here we go. So we just finished. And if you still have questions, leave a comment below and then subscribe if you want it. So peace out, bye.